You walk through the front door before you even say a word. Before you put your keys down, your dog looks up for a moment, they freeze, then suddenly they drop low to the ground, stretch their front legs forward, you lift their back end high into the air, and hold that stretch while staring directly at you. Most people smile when they see this. They think it's just a cute habit. Maybe your dog is stretching their muscles. Maybe they've just been lying down too long. But what if that stretch isn't random at all? What if that simple movement is actually one of the most powerful messages your dog can send you? Because hidden inside that stretch is something deeper, something tied to trust, emotion, and thousands of years of instinct. And later in this video, I'll show you something most dog owners have never been told. There's one version of this exact same stretch that could actually be a warning sign that something is seriously wrong. But first, we need to understand the stretch most people completely misunderstand: the greeting. Stretch, most people assume stretching is just about stiff muscles. You sit too long, your back tightens, so you stretch. Simple. But dogs don't stretch the same way humans do. A normal stretch for a dog happens quickly. They wake up, stretch, shake their body, and cheer and move on. No eye contact, no pause, no emotional moment. But the stretch your dog does when they see you is completely different. It's slower, more intentional. First, they look at you, then they drop into the stretch. Front legs extended, chest close to the floor, back legs lifted. Oh, it's tail relaxed, eyes soft. This moment isn't random. Your dog isn't just stretching their body. They're responding to you, and that tiny pause before they stretch, that's the moment your dog recognizes that you're finally home. One of the strongest trust signals. There's something most dog owners are never taught about dog body language. When a dog feels threatened, their body becomes tight, muscles stiffen, tail lowers, eyes sharpen, their entire body prepares for danger. But when a dog performs that long, slow stretch right in front of you, they are doing the opposite. Their body opens completely, their belly becomes exposed, their spine lengthens, their muscles relax. In the language of dogs, this is about as vulnerable as they can possibly be. And animals never make themselves vulnerable unless they feel completely safe. When your dog stretches like this in front of you, they're communicating something very specific. They're saying, "I trust you. I feel safe here. I don't need to protect myself around you." That stretch is one of the clearest trust signals a dog can give. But what's happening inside your dog's brain during this moment is even more fascinating. The chemical bond. Between you, inside your dog's brain, something powerful happens when they see you. Their brain releases a hormone called oxytocin. Oxytocin is often called the bonding hormone. It's the same chemical released when a mother holds her newborn baby, two people fall in love, or someone hugs a person they deeply care about. Scientists discovered something remarkable about dogs and humans. When dogs look into their owner's eyes, both the dog and the human experience a rise in oxytocin at the same time. This was discovered in a famous study published in the journal Science. Researchers observed dogs and their owners interacting normally, looking at each other, talking to each other, petting each other. Every time the dog gazed at their owner, oxytocin levels increased in both brains, and this creates a feedback loop. The dog feels closer to the human feels closer to the dog seeks more connection, and the bond grows stronger. That stretch your dog performs when you walk through the door is often the visible sign of that emotional chemical surge happening inside their brain. It's your dog's body reacting to how good it feels to see you. Dogs may actually tear up when they see you. Here's something that surprised even scientists. A study published in 2022 discovered that dogs may actually produce tears when they reunite with their owners. Researchers noticed that many dogs' eyes became visibly more moist when their owner returned after being away. This wasn't irritation, it wasn't allergies, it was emotion. The same bonding hormone, oxytocin, was linked to tear production in dogs during reunions. In other words, when your dog sees you after hours apart, their brain may react with the same emotional chemistry that strengthens bonds between parents and children. That soft, shiny look in your dog's eyes while they stretch toward you, it might not just be affection, it might literally be tears of joy. The stretch versus the play bow. Now here's where things get interesting. Because there's another movement that looks almost identical to the greeting stretch, the play bow. Both movements involve front legs down, back end up, but they mean completely different things. A play bow is fast and energetic. Your dog drops down quickly, maybe bounces slightly, and looks excited. It's usually followed by running, barking, or jumping around. A play bow says, "Let's play." The greeting stretch, however, is calmer, slower. I'm more deliberate. It happens when your dog first sees you after being apart. It's not about play, it's about connection. It says, "I'm happy you're here. I've been waiting for you." Two similar shapes, two completely different conversations. Your dog may have learned to make it bigger. Dogs are incredibly good at reading human reactions. Every time your dog stretched toward you, you probably smiled, maybe you laughed, maybe you spoke to them in a happy voice. And your dog noticed. Over time, some dogs actually exaggerate this stretch. They make it longer, more dramatic, more noticeable, not because they're being manipulative, but because they've learned that this movement makes you happy. They discovered a behavior that lights up your face, so they repeat it. Dogs are constantly learning which actions strengthen their bond with you. That stretch might now be part of your shared language, an ancient ritual from their ancestors. This behavior actually goes back thousands of years. Long before dogs lived in houses, long before they slept on couches or beds, their ancestors, wolves, had similar behaviors. In wild packs, wolves often stretch near each other when waking up. Part of this is physical. Stretching prepares the body for movement, but another part is social. Stretching near another pack member signals calm intentions. It says, "I'm relaxed. I'm not a threat. Everything is good between us." Your dog still carries this ancient code in their instincts. When they stretch toward you, some part of their brain recognizes you as part of their pack. Dogs know your schedule. Dogs are also incredibly good at learning patterns. If you come home around the same time every day, your dog begins anticipating that moment. Their body starts preparing even before you arrive. Researchers have found that dogs can track human schedules with surprising accuracy. They recognize sounds, footsteps, car engines, door handles. That stretch when you walk in the door may actually be the final release of hours of anticipation. Your dog has been waiting, watching, listening, and the moment you finally appear, their body releases all that excitement through that long stretch. The stretch that can signal pain. But there is one version of this stretch that every dog owner needs to understand, because sometimes the stretch doesn't mean happiness. Veterinarians call it the prayer position, right? The dog lowers their front half of the body while keeping their rear raised. But instead of looking relaxed, the dog appears stiff. Their back may arch slightly, their body holds the position longer, and they may repeat it again and again. This position helps relieve pressure in the abdomen. Dogs sometimes do this when they are experiencing serious stomach pain. Conditions that can cause this include pancreatitis, intestinal blockage, bloat, poisoning. The difference between a greeting stretch and a pain stretch is subtle but important. A greeting stretch happens once when you arrive. It's relaxed, soft, over in a few seconds. A pain stretch happens repeatedly. It appears randomly. And it often comes with other warning signs: loss of appetite, vomiting, pacing, a hard or swollen belly. If your dog suddenly begins stretching frequently for no clear reason, it's worth contacting a veterinarian, because early detection can make all the difference. So the next time you walk through your door and your dog drops into that long stretch right in front of you, right? Pause for a moment. Look at what they're actually saying. Their body's opening, their muscles relaxing, their guard dropping. That stretch is your dog saying something simple but powerful. I waited for you. It's you're my safe place. I'm happy you're home. And that warm feeling you get watching them do it, that's not just emotion. That's the same bonding chemistry firing inside both of your brains at the exact same time. That stretch was never just a stretch. It was always a message. And now you know what it means.